Ah, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Hi. Missed you. How's everyone doing? Hi, Morgie. Hi, Jerry. Welcome in to both of you. First off, I'm going to do this. Morgie gets shouted out. Wahaha. She's over on YouTube. And then I'm going to shout out Jerry as well, because she's also just a complete sweet bean, and we adore her. Cherry, I can't wait to hear all about the book fair. And I'm also excited for your stream tomorrow, because I have seen people play Wander Song, and it was so fun to watch. Yeah, especially, I think when you play, it's also gonna be just a lot of fun. Today's a good day, how about you? My day is actually going pretty well, Cherry. Definitely much better than yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day, but that's all in the past. The past is the past, the future is a mystery, but today is the present because it's a gift. So, yeah. I would like to know, how was everyone's weekend? What did you do? Did you have fun? Yeah, like I said, yeah, I did have nightmares yesterday and they suck. I do not, I don't get them, like, very often, but when I do, they're not fun. But, you know, like I said, the past is the past. Eventually, you know, I did get a good sleep after having a very delicious dinner. I had some of my leftover pasta, and my niece actually brought home a rotisserie chicken that she cut some of it up for her lunches. So, I managed to have some of that. So, I reheated my pasta. I had some freshly fried up mushrooms. I don't know why it's giving me the ads. I already played the ads. Stop it with those ads. Well, anyway. I guess we'll just hang out and vibe. I don't know how many people are here, but yeah, we'll just chill and hang out. Yeah, I'll wait till the ads are over, then we can talk again. In the meantime, I'm going to just open up my stream on my end and bonk me, bonk. Bonk. Cheryl says she doesn't see any ads. Weird. I don't know why Twitch is bugging out. Anyway. So yeah, I reheated the pasta, and I fried up some mushrooms myself, and my niece said I could have some of the rotisserie chicken. There is still quite a bit left. So I took some of that, managed to make a meal out of it, you know. I got my proteins, I got my starch, I got my vegetable. And then a nice good sleep. I'm not sick or anything, but I did use some Vicks Vapor Rub because the smell of it just really calms me, like soothes me. Especially since it has lavender in it. Yeah, that sleep was so much better. I feel so much more energized today, and I can actually walk. Yeah, for those who don't know, yesterday my nightmares were so bad that I was actually struggling to stand up and walk. It was not a good time. But hey, I made it work. I managed to at least rest up, which is important, because if you don't rest up, then your body will feel even worse, and the worse you feel, if you keep pushing, you'll just feel even worse, and then eventually it all hits you like a mock truck. And yeah, you don't want that. And I want to say, I do have some things planned. Oh yeah, you've had nightmares like that too, Cherry? Well, I give you a nice big hug. There. Those taps were the sounds of me giving you a hug. Like I was saying, I do have some things planned for stream very soon. Probably once I'm done my playthrough here of Leaf Green. Hey! Nautism! Hello, hello, welcome in. I'm being licked. Ah, I'll lick you back. Lick, lick. There. Like I was saying, so after this playthrough, it's all set up, I hate to introduce something midway through a playthrough, because it just kind of, it bugs me personally. Like, I like to think of each playthrough of a game as something new, like a new chapter of a book, and I don't know, like, if I'm reading going through a book and I'm midway through a chapter, then suddenly it just, like, without any context whatsoever, just cuts to something else. How long have I been a streamer? I have been a streamer for over 6 years, although, because I had a pharyngeal flap surgery, also known as a furlough, some of my earlier streaming it's hard to count that, because I sounded so much worse. Probably a little bit closer like this. Maybe even worse. And it's just so much harder to understand. So, like, my earlier stuff, I was very much discriminated, and I know that, because people literally could not understand me. So, my growth at the start was way slower. If I had started after my surgery, I probably would have grown a lot faster than when I started without it. But don't let my small numbers necessarily fool you. I have a lot of knowledge up here in this cranium. Yes. The big old cranium. See? Look. Right there. Nothing but knowledge. Also, I do just want to say, even though I don't have my hair, I still look pretty darn good bald. I know some streamers with their bald toggles it's meant to look, like, extra goofy, but I think my mama just did a really good job with it. Like, I could literally just stream bald, and I think, personally, people probably wouldn't mind, because it just looks good. Like, she just generally is really good at what she does. Not even trying to, like, hype her up just for the sake of it. Like, obviously we love to hype up our friends, but, like, from an objective point of view, she also just did really well. It did take a while to get the model, and we worked really closely on, like, designing and, changing and making her feel extra good. And then one day my mom was like, hey, so here's your model, and by the way, I gave you a free bald toggle. And I'm like, heck yeah. But what do you say? Should we jump into the game? Oh, am I lagging a bit? Okay, I think it's okay. I think it should be okay. I'm not seeing, like, dropped frames or anything. Everything looks to be running smoothly. So I'm not gonna worry about it. So, let's get into the game, shall we? Bum 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 bum! Alright, so here's where we left off. So, Pokedex is at 5, we've got 2 badges. And like I mentioned, I did do a little bit of off-stream grinding. So, I'll just quickly go over the team. So now everyone here is level 20, and then we have a Rattata. Rattata is kind of the It's gonna be a sacrifice, Reggie! Bum, 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 bum. So yeah. Oh, and Melanie is here to say hello. Hi Melanie, what's up? Okay, so... gonna pet the cat. Pet, pet, pet. So for those who maybe don't remember, you have to go this way as part of the story. You have to see Bill. But before that, there is a rival battle. And I know what the rival wants to do here. They're gonna lead with their Pidgeotto, which Nori and Katsumi definitely do not want to fight. So, Empress, I'm putting faith in you. Let's go! Yo, Pinky, you're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great, and I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon too. Oh, hi Melanie. Melanie's laying on my wrist. Yeah, so there's the Pidgeotto. Now, if I wanted to make this easy, I probably would have just taught Rock Tomb. But you know what? We're gonna gamble with Mega Punch. Yeah, kapowie! Haha! Alright, so that's actually a clean 2-hit KO. Alright, so this should hopefully pick up the knockout. Oh no, we low rolled that time. Either that or we had a high roll. Well... let's go with Scratch. Quick attack, I mean it makes sense because you're not going to heal. Squirtle. Okay, I am actually well prepared for Squirtle. Katsumi is gonna solo this Squirtle, trust. In fact, can I even get just like an outright one-hit knockout here? With Bullet Seed? Okay, maybe... we'll see. No, even with 5 hits, that wouldn't be enough. So we hit 3 times, which means I think if we hit 5 next time, that should get the KO. 4 might be iffy. 2. So, 3. 4 might have been a roll. We'll see. Okay, get tackled, that's fine. Alright, why is my tracking looking a little off? Oops, sorry. Melanie, what do you think? Ooh, Abra. Now, as far as I'm aware, Abra here only will have Teleport. Which, in this generation, Teleport doesn't do anything in battle. In later generations, it has negative priority, but will let you switch out. Oh yeah, look at Katsumi go. And then lastly, this is Nori's job. Yeah, Mankey time. Now, I've never been a fan of the theory that we kill his rat. I just don't think that's logical, because the whole premise is, after you battle him on the Saint Anne, or SS Anne, whichever you want to call it, he just stops using it because it's dead. Or, you know, because he just wants powerful Pokemon. I just assumed he saw it and he's like, this isn't strong enough. Wrong button. I'm trying to do this with one hand, which does make it a little difficult. Alright, Melanie, I'm just going to have to move my wrist a teensy bit. Alright. Melanie, careful, very carefully. Okay, how can I do this? Melanie? You don't mind if I move my wrist a bit, right? Okay. I don't think Melanie seems to mind. Okay. We'll try and make this work. Hop. Yeah, I will say, it's a little hard... Can I play like this, maybe? There, I got my index finger. That's all I need. Yeah, because I still have my entire left hand. So there's something here that I believe should still be in this version, even. So you have to do the Nugget Bridge, which, I mean, we all kind of know what that is, if you've ever played the game. You do a bunch of battles, and then, at the end of it, you get a prize. Now, when we get there, I'll explain a little bit more, but there is actually a reason why you might consider losing at the end. And I'll see if anyone in chat, do you know why? Yeah, I'll see. I'll give chat some time to see if they can figure it out. If you've ever played the game, you might know it. But if you don't, it's okay. I will definitely explain and teach you. Get burned. Blah. Or Kakuna. Kakuna Ratata. It's our butter-free philosophy. Kakuna Ratata. Our bug catcher Kale is down. You're second, now it's serious? So what? Are you saying bug catchers aren't serious just because they have a weird fixation on bugs? That's not very nice. So anyway, I started punching. Chat, do you prefer Mega Punch or Mega Kick? And, explain your reasoning, show the math. Make sure you carry the 1. Change Pokemon. Well, it's an oddish, so no, I will just stick to this. Okay. So you draw. Bellsprout? Oh boy. Anyone remember the super scary Bellsprout from the Indigo League? Yeah, that thing is crazy. But it also goes to show that you don't necessarily need evolution to become stronger. And that... Well, the anime also showed us that evolution is something that the Pokemon itself decides. Here's number 3. I mean, unless you've got a bird, I'm pretty sure Paris can beat you. Alright, Sandshrew. See, I can fight a Sandshrew. With... I'm not actually sure what kind of bug Paris, well, Katsumi here is. I do know that the fungus is like it's a parasite. But the actual bug itself is like some kind of... I mean, it reminds me partially of a crab. But it's not a crab. If it was just an outright crab, I'm pretty sure it would be a water bug type. Alright, so we know Intimidate is pretty much gonna be on most of the Ekans we fight from a trainer. Ooh, Burn, that's huge. I mean, I say huge, but like they used Leer, so now it doesn't matter, but still just fun to note that Burn halves the base power of your physical moves. So it actually does severely hinder you. And in this game, because poison is physical, Burn is much more volatile on an Ekans. And this is not a favorable matchup. Maybe if I had a way to, like, deal more consistent damage to it. Oh, critical hit. Okay, that really hurts. Mega kick. Kick that poison rabbit. They don't really... When I think rabbits, I usually think of, like, the more floppier ears. But no, these are technically supposed to be based slightly off of rabbits. Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season. Oh, it lived. But, I mean, I guess that does also kind of make sense, because you are ever so slightly bulkier. You know King is the offensive one, right, Melanie? And you know Queen, she is the one that has a little more bulk. I'm gonna... you know what? I don't need to heal. I can fight number 5. Now, number 5 kills my brother. Oh my god, I forgot about that part. Alright, Mankey. Honestly, I'm in a pretty decent position here with Katsumi. Like, I resist your fighting move, and low kick won't do much. So you're kinda stuck with, like, Scratch or Fury Swipes. Which is fine if that's what people want to use, like, I won't say they can't. It's okay, Melanie, I know you want to lay down. I just had to move the mouse in case you were accidentally gonna click a button. The Fury Swipe does roughly 4 damage each. Oh, and Effect Spore poisons it. So even if for some reason I don't pick up the KO here, which I realistically should... Yeah, like, look at that. 2 hits guarantees it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back, and now I will explain what I mean about, the end of Nugget Bridge. I mean, it's called Nugget Bridge for a reason, and that reason is that, well, you get a nugget. But you can cheat the system? I'm gonna play around with capitalism, baby. So, first things first. We go into someone's PC. And now we actually deposit our team, except for the Rattata. Now the Rattata is just here, mostly because I'm gonna use it for cut later. But here's the secondary reasoning for it. Now, I've never tried this on this version, obviously. But considering it's almost a direct port, I say almost. So here, you beat our contest trainers. We get a nugget. Andrea, meow, hello! Welcome in, welcome in. You finally got verified? Welcome, hello! You can chat, haha! Yeah, I was just explaining why we should take our rat and get our butts beaten by the Yakuza. So, every time you talk to this guy, and like, engage in the battle, he gives you a nugget. And you can repeat that process. The nugget you can sell. So like, I'm purposely losing. Oh, hi Paige, welcome in, welcome in. Ooh, thank you for contributing more channel points to the P.O. box. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to rest up. You ran out of points? Oh. I'm so sorry, Paige. And Andrea, I got you. Cheers, Governor! Clink. Yeah, for those who don't know, we do have a channel point challenge. If we can reach the 75, then I will open up a P.O. box once the weather's nicer. And yeah, then people will be able to get fan mail, or I could send out some of my extra pins to anyone who wants them. I do wish the P.O. box was slightly closer than it is, but that's fine. Now for the next bit, you're gonna see me just get my butt beaten by Ekans. I'm grinding up some of those nuggets. If I actually get 26 nuggets, you have spicy ramen for food. How spicy are we talking? Okay. Come on, just... seriously, if this thing gets wiped out by the rat... Shing ramen... Right. Come on. Hit the rat! There we go. That's what I wanted. Regular pass, but... KDH bags? Okay. Now, every time I see, well, the letter K, and it's specifically capital, my mind just goes to K-Angel. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I kinda... I had an idea it might be that, but my brain is just... The music for, like... Needy Streamer? It's just really good, too. K-Angel, your beloved? Ah, yes. The many, many faces of K-Angel. Alright, Katsumi is beckoning me. Alright. Yes, finish off the rat! The 7-foot rat, rats along his rat. I should play it in stream? Mayhap. We'll see. But the thing is, I do not own it. So I cannot really say, like... My thing is, if someone specifically gifts me a game and it's something I'm comfortable with playing, then I will stream it. How many... Sorry, I need to check how many nuggets. Okay, nuggets. How many nuggets? I'm at 3. I specifically have a goal to hit 26. Which seems like a very specific number, but it will allow me to buy something from the casino later. So I know this is not the most riveting of gameplay, but we're just here for our vibe. I do wish I had like a speed up function. Unfortunately, I do not. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough energy to do this that many times. Yes, poison me. The rat is down. Hey, Paige, thank you so much for the 15 stream. That's another 450 points for you. Which means you could technically donate another 450 points to the P.O. box. Ooh, and I just got notified 50% of the way. Good work, team, good work. We're actually sitting at, it says 38k, so we've surpassed the minimum, well, not the minimum, the 50% goal. Nice. Hey! It's Lena. Let's see how much you did total. Not at the moment. If I scroll up, it did give me a number. Yeah. Like, earlier it said that you had donated 11,459. So take that number, and then add in whatever you just put on, and that will be the total you've done. Lena, no, I don't have any money to give you. And Kasumi, if you're still here, first of all, you're a Paris. Second of all, yes, try the Sonic Adventures 2. You know what? I'm gonna push forward now. I've gotten a few nuggets. Not as much as I would like, but I mean, if I don't lose, then I'm probably fine. You finally have your own emotes? Heck yeah! You love to hear it. Okay, so I'll put you back here. I don't remember if there's actually anything over on this side, like, that I want to add to my team. I've got 2 other ideas in mind. Okay, this time, now I'm actually going to kick his butt. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. And so here comes Ekans versus Kasumi. This is, not the best start for Kasumi, I will say that. But I can actually bring Nori in, since Nori is not intimidated. Okay, no poison, extra good. Has anyone here ever tried to kick a snake? Oh hey, Kasumi leveled up. Good for you. And a Zubat. Alright. Can I kick a bat? I can. Ooh, okay. Alright. The Team Rocket Grunt? Yes, I am good. I'm pretty terrific. So now you can't get any more nuggets. So you can't do the infinite money trick. But that's fine. Alright, let's see. Anything cool in here? Caterpie? Nope. That ain't it, Chief. Okay. Abra? Unfortunately, I don't actually have a way to evolve Abra. At least not at the moment. You saw my feet from the grass? What feet are you talking about? You mean being Nugget Bridge? Because that's not much of a feat. Also, I understand why Rattata's a normal type, but has anyone here ever actually tried to, like, karate chop a rat? Like, would that actually work? There's the Intimidate. Okay, we're just gonna burn it. Burning, burning, burning. Like a spinning Ring of Fire? I don't know. I don't actually know the lyrics to the song. I thought not. You hid because the people on the bridge frightened you? Wham! Oh hey, the TM for a trap. Nice. Honestly, Nori's probably fine for this. You got down from Mount Moon, but you still got tank in the gas? Yeah, Franklin Hiker Battle 2 would like. And he's got a Machop. Alright, Mega Kick. Oh yeah, look at that big damage. Now I should be able to just karate chop for the KO. I think he has an Onyx too, right? Am I remembering the right guy? Oh no, he has a Geodude. I can still take on a Geodude. Yeah, low kick should do... Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just thinking. Maybe Geodude isn't as heavy as I'm thinking. I mean, I guess it could be kind of a lighter rock. That's not the end of the world. Focus energy. No thank you. It's not because I'm one of those people that only use moves that do damage. While it is nice to be dealing damage, that's not why. Because of how fragile I am, like... If I'm gonna set up maybe one focus energy, take a bunch of damage, I just don't get enough value out of it on something like this. There's probably nothing good in this grass, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, we'll fight the hiker. You're gonna see Bill. First, we battle. This is one that I think. I'm pretty sure he has the Onyx, yes. And if you hear some clicking, that's just me. I'm gonna pull up a map. It's not because I'm gonna get lost, but more so, I just wanna be able to see what some of the encounters are going to be. So... And I need to make sure that I'm in the correct game. Okay, so looking at this, the most interesting thing of note would probably be the Bellsprout, but I have no intention of using that. Okay, so let's go back to Cerulean City, and then we'll see if I go and take the east exit later, which I will have to. Alright, the encounter there, if I was gonna add anything, would be a Sandshrew. But honestly, I'm not really about the Sandshrew life at the moment. Nothing against Sandshrew, just I've used it before a couple times, so I was like, meh. And I don't think in Rock Tunnel there would be anything either. Okay, so Paris. I'm actually going to use Leech Life here. Partially because I'm probably taking damage from this, but I have a higher attack stat. So my Leech Life actually does more damage. Assuming consistency, of course. Okay, let's see, if I go to Cerulean City and head south, which I will need to do, that's Route 5, potentially, I can get a Meowth. Spearow, okay, that's a little spooky. So, I mean, if I wanted to, I could put Meowth. Hey, it's there with me!
With next just rated us with a party of 2.
Welcome
Let's
in!
give them a warm welcome.
Hello, hello, welcome in, lovely. Hi, I'm Pinky, your big sister VTuber who turns Joy-Cons into Destroy-Cons, and I give great sisterly advice. Welcome in, welcome in. How was stream? How did it go? Did you get any fun W's? I don't know what you were playing, but tell me all about it. I'd love to hear it. What were you doing? What were you playing? Ah! I've been booped! Roy! How dare you! I've been booped! Ooh, Skyrim. Okay, okay. Welcome in, welcome in. You know, I actually do have Skyrim. It was gifted to me. Eventually I will get to it. Just, I'm gonna do a few other games first. But I do plan to get to it. Ooh, I had an idea, just for the funnies. Okay, hear me out. So first, I'm gonna go heal. I mean, that just seems like a smart thing to do. But what I'm going to do, I will capture an Abra, okay? Okay. You follow? So, I go. You'll just start it, but tomorrow you're gonna do a new game, gonna learn what you eat. Thank you so much for the lurk, lovely. Thank you, thank you. You'll boot me again, how far are you in the game? Alright, so I have 2 badges. I did Nugget Bridge today. I just had a fun idea. I'm going to attempt to capture an Abra. And then, what I'll do is, once I get access to the daycare, I'll immediately put it in the daycare. And I will wait until I'm at the end of the game and see how many levels it goes up. Now, will that work? Who knows? Will it be funny? Oh, absolutely. So there's a 15% chance of an Abra. As soon as it shows up, like I have to throw balls at it. Oh hey, look! There's the 25% spawn. But I mean, let me tell you, I've used Victory Bell quite a few times. Haven't really used Vileplume nearly as much. I have used it though. Let the record show that. And Q Shiny Abra after 3 encounters. If I get a Shiny Abra, okay, tell you what. And someone can make note of this. If the Abra I end up catching is also shiny, I will immediately... I will end the P.O. Box challenge and assume that it has hit the goal. You heard right. But it specifically has to be in this game, has to be Shiny Abra and the one I capture. So the odds of that are pretty slim. But if something that crazy can happen on stream, then you know what? For the community, I will give you that P.O. box. And just to keep it interesting, I mean, I think that's already interesting enough. If for some reason I end up with a different shiny, just, you know, throughout the playthrough. Okay, there's the Abra. It's not shiny. Let's see if I catch it. Okay, I've got 19 Pokeballs. Let's go. Not to mention Abra only no teleport. Exactly. If Kasumi was faster, I could technically try to paralyze it, then catch it. I wonder, actually. I'm gonna take a quick look. So... does the other route have better odds for Abra? No, I think they're both the same. They are. So yeah, no, it doesn't matter. But good to know. So, as long as the P.O. box is open... So while we're doing the challenge, if I get any shiny in Leaf Green, the P.O. box... Alright, so if it's Abra, immediately the box is unlocked. If it's anything else, I will lower the price needed to unlock the P.O. box. I feel like that's fair, since the odds are very, very slim, but it gives another fun little thing to do with everyone. And so, Pokeball, go! Dang it! Oh, we almost had it. Okay, that's just a Pidgey. Because if I understand how the daycare mechanic works, 1 step is equal to 1 experience point. So, I could actually even use that as a way to keep track of how many steps I take. Which could be just a very interesting little thing to note somewhere. Like, I've got a notepad here. I literally could just, you know, write it down really quick and be like, okay, Abra had this much experience. Then when I withdraw it, Abra has this much. And then from there, I just take the total, subtract what it started with, and bippity-boppity-boo. Yeah. Because math. Yeah, I love numbers, okay? I don't know. Like, at first I was just always a gifted math child. That was just kind of my thing. But over the years, I just started actually really liking doing numbers. Like, it wasn't just a matter of, oh, I'm good at it. It's like, this is very satisfying. Honestly, in another universe, I probably would have become an engineer. But past me was a fool, and present me does not have... It's not nearly as easy for me to go back to school and learn that anyway, just because of health reasons. But you know what? I'm very happy as a content creator. I stream, I record videos, I'm learning my own editing, and I get to do management and meet super fun people. Like, what's not to love about it, you know? Yeah. Okay. Let's get this. Ball Joe! One. Nope, that's not it. Still no shiny and still no shiny Abra. Even though I want to specify, like, this is not a shiny hunt. It just happens to be that I'm making those little funny shiny deals. Now, I'm trying to think. Who should I use for my 6th Pokemon? Just thinking about, the types I'm going to have. Like, let's see. Grass, Bug, Fire, Flying, Normal, Flying again, Water, Rock, Fighting. And surprisingly, yes, I have used Hypno. More than once, actually. So, no, I'm not gonna be using a Hypno in my playthrough for, like, a Psychic type, if that's what you were thinking. I guess technically, couldn't I get a Jinx? I could put a Jinx on my team. That would definitely be different. I don't think I've ever used a Jinx. Jinx is available in Leaf Green, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that one is version exclusive. Yeah, what if I just grab the Jinx for my team? Like Ice Beam, Psychic. Those are some pretty strong moves. I don't know what else it would do, but... Ice Beam and Psychic? Yeah, I could just click those funny buttons. Alright, another Bellsprout. Bellsprout Bell, Bellsprout Bell. Weeping, weeping, weeping. Bellsprout Bell, Bellsprout Bell. Weeping, weeping, weeping. Okay, that's just another Pidgey. Pidgey? Pidgey? Alright, let's just check. Seafoam Island. Because that's where Jinx would be in the future. Okay, so I think Jinx might be... Is Jinx... Oh, Jinx might actually be the trade Pokemon then. Is Jinx the trade Pokemon? Yeah, Jinx might be the trade Pokemon then. And if that's the case, then... Yeah, there ain't gonna be any Jinx on this team. And we don't really have a lot in the way of ice types, if I wanted one. At least out of the ones like that I haven't used much of. I'll figure something else out. Oh, okay. Here's Abra. Alright, is this going to be it? Ball go! Whew! Okay, we got the Abra. Abra's data was added to the Pokedex. Alright, so we will nickname this as a guy Abra. Well, because Roy was here during all this. Roy, congratulations, you're an Abra. Now let's go put you back in the box. And I took very minimal damage, but I might as well heal if I'm right at the Pokemon Center anyway. Okay, access the PC, deposit. There you go. You can bend spoons. Actually, have you ever learned how to bend spoons? Like... Because there is actually a fun little trick to it. I don't know, maybe one day I'll show bending spoons. That could be a fun little video. It's not something I talk about, but I did learn how to bend spoons. Unfortunately, not with my mind. But it's not just sheer strength either. You can actually do it pretty effortlessly. Dad took you to a great party on the SSN at Vermilion City. Well, good for you. I hope you had a good time, Dan. Slowpoke. Ooh, okay. So you actually have a higher defense stat, so Bullet Seed might actually do a bit more here. Okay, that's a critical hit, but let's assume half of that. You have been spoons, just not with your mind. Honestly, completely fair and valid. Oh, and Growl, that's my best case scenario. Since Bullet Seed is a special attack, you know, being grass type and all. Alright, Slowpoke. I bet Slowpoke doesn't even feel the pain. Now it's gonna feel the pain. Yeah, I forget what Pokemon you have. Your boyfriend is cool? Tell your boyfriend if he's got beef with me that I'm a vegetarian and I'm not heckin' scared of him. Vogue. Yeah. Okay, this is not the greatest matchup here. Is she gonna be running both Nidoran? Is that kind of her thing here? Aw, boo. You know, just thinking about it, technically speaking, I haven't used the Jinx that you get from the trade. If I'm remembering correctly, don't you have to trade, I think, Poliwhirl? Yes. So, I mean, you know, if I wanted to, I mean, That is an option. And I just want to say, remember, there is still, until the end of today, if you sub or gift a sub to someone in the Fire Red Leaf Green category, or to Pokemon Legends ZA category, you'll get a special 30th anniversary badge for Pokemon that you can display on your Twitch. Yeah, it'll be right next to your name, kind of like how Roy has that little tiny Totodile. And yes, I also have the Totodile. It's cool. You're off to see a Pokemaniac collection? No, surely it's not just me who thinks that, like, seeing Bill, he could have given you a Pokemon, right? Also, I have to fix my heating pad again. Because it keeps twisting and filling up with air, which it shouldn't really do that. You missed out the tepid one? I mean, I did too technically miss out on it, but I was only going for one of them anyway. Okay, heating pad, get back where you belong. Ah, much better. Oh, ad break in 5 minutes. I don't think the critical hit there matters. Alright, Geodude. Is he just all Geodudes here? I mean, I wouldn't expect him to have a Graveler, not this early. You know, one time, my signature Pokemon at one point used to be Graveler and Golem. Man, those were the days. I've always just been something of a Rock-type user. And I can't really say what it is about them. But it just happens to be that way. I don't know, rocks are just cool. I probably could have been a geologist too. Alright, Machop. You know what? We'll do fighting versus fighting. And then after this, that'll probably be a good time for me to go do my break, since it'll almost be ads anyway. Alright, Mega Kick. Meow, kapowie. Yep, you're done like dinner. Okay, wrong button. I'm still used to some of the Scarlet and Violet controls. Okay, so I'm going on BRB, I'll play the ads, I'll do my stretch, my hydrate. Make sure you all stretch, hydrate, use the washroom, make funny memes, and I'll be back shortly, okay? See ya soon! Legal. Hi, welcome in, doggo. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I see we have some barking and some meowing. Nani? Nani the Legal? Legal. Okay, so we need to position ourselves there, like that. That way he moves out of the way, and we can get behind it to get that item. Otherwise you have to go back there after getting the HM for cut. And that's just much more of a pain. But yes, welcome back from break, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful time. We're just gonna leech life. You know, in the later generations, leech life actually got a very big buff. It goes to base 80 bug type move, and it still does the recovery. It's actually pretty insane. Eat the rat. A 7-foot rat, rat's the longest rat. When he calls your rat, it all face the rat. When he sees your rat, he feasts on your rat. We don't talk about rats. Alright, there's the Intimidate. Get burned, bucko. You know, I don't know if Pokemon can actually have 2 abilities in this game. I know they don't have hidden abilities. Alright, level 22, nice. Ah, darn. Yeah, you better be darned. Alright. Secret Power. That's actually not a terrible, physical, normal type move. Yeah, this feeling? You didn't even see I was there! How could you have a feeling about battling me? Chad, huh? Okay, well, you know what? I'll trust in Nori. Yeah. Oh, you don't have any Mega Kick. You know what? I'll just scratch your eyes out. Okay. Then true, you know what? I'll let Kasumi finish it off. Yeah, weird crab ragu versus Dirtle. You're like Squirtle, but with dirt. Anyone here watch Starter Squad? Like the Shippage series? Oh man, it's honestly so much fun. I knew I'd lose too, then why did you challenge me? I think you just have normal types. My friend has many cute Pokemon, you're so jealous? Yeah, well, you have cute. So take that. Yeah! Oh, you have Oddish. Nori could take it on, right? When in doubt, just scratch everyone's eyes out. That's how we do it. Absorb. Oh, I think 2 Fury Swipes, though, should do it, right? Yep. Because Fury Swipes is 15 base power and 85 accuracy, that hits 2 to 5 times, there is a chance that it could miss or not pick up the KO. Okay, that is a flying type. You know what? I do not want to fight any of those birds. So anyway, we're having fried chicken tonight. Kentucky Fried Pidgey. Oddish? I don't need to switch. Now those two, the couple by the lake, I don't remember if they are also people I can battle or not. We're gonna find out. Am I here alone? Okay, well, I mean, I don't really need anything from here. Yes, hi. You're Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. So, he combined his DNA with a Pokemon. Which I don't fully understand why he would do that. Pull the liver, Crunk! And this is how we take Gruntilda the Witch and make her hot. That's literally basically the plot to Banjo-Kazooie. So, he just gives us a ticket, but like, wouldn't these tickets usually have like their name printed on it? Or can I like see your Pokemon collection? Am I just like not allowed to do that? Okay, let's try now. Now can I see your collection? There we go. Eevee! Flareon! Jolteon! Vaporeon! Now that does count as seeing them for your Pokedex. That's like the main reason you ever go there, because you only get the one Eevee. So if you want to fill out your Pokedex, it's just recommended to do that. Boing? Boing? Now, you know what? I think I will use the Jinx. Hey, it's Shell! Hi, Shell! Hi. How are you doing? I'm doing much better than yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty awful day. Oh, hey, thank you for contributing another 2,000 towards the P.O. box. We're at 40k raised. Jeez, y'all really want that P.O. box, don't ya? Yeah, it's just discussing whether or not I was going to use Jinx on my team, since it's one that I haven't used before in, well, Fire Red, Leaf Green anyway. You're an innocent bystander? Okay, then how did you get in that yard, That's what I thought, Bubba. Yeah, Nori. Kick him in the nuts, These nuts! Yeah, you're gonna need to focus after that. Bonk. Yeah, instead of a karate chop, it's a pork chop. Drowsy, now that's something that actually, I wouldn't say it concerns me, but Drowsies, they are definitely bulky, and just a pain to deal with. I'm hoping Katsumi can make easy work of this. Definitely. I'm not sure how I feel about this Tapir Pokemon. Mostly just because they're very weird. Like, there's the Muna Mashara, which are kind of a similar concept. Alright, well, I got the TM. And he's gone. Vamoose, will he do the fandango? So here's something that we are going to do. First, I'm gonna get to the daycare here. Do 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 bum 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 bum. So, Shell, you missed it, but earlier we went and caught an Abra, specifically so we could do this. Okay. So, I'm gonna put my controller down a moment. I'm gonna get my little notepad here. Grab a pen. Hey! Hey, Kazuna the villainous!
Villainous just rated us with a party of 2.
Welcome
Let's
in,
give
welcome
them a
in!
warm welcome.
Oh, and thank you so much for the follow as well. Hi, hi! Yeah, hello new people! Hi, hi. I'm Pinky, your big sister VTuber who turned Joy-Cons into Destroy-Cons. Welcome in, welcome in. Tell me about stream, what were you doing, what were you playing? If you need to raid and run to do your post-stream care, that is absolutely okay. Welcome in, welcome in. I will absolutely do my best to take care of your community. Okay, so... you actually came right at the time I was about to do something with numbers. Okay, so Abra's total points right now is 742. So, the idea here, when I'm done with the game, I'm gonna withdraw the Abra and see how much experience it gained. I believe 1 step. Position that healing pad. Oh, that feels great. Yeah, 1 step is 1 experience. Doing 1 last raid to end off the challenge you're doing in Cardfight Vanguard was rating up to the amount of damage you had taken each game. Now, I've never played Cardfight Vanguard, but I have heard, I have heard relatively good things about it. Alright, so, we're putting Royd in here. There we go. You're the Nidoran girl. Okay. This place here used to be kind of the go-to. You would ride your bike and just go up and down as the fast way to hatch your eggs. Pretty fun game, just rather scarce for product where you live. Oh, that's a little unfortunate, but no, I completely get what it can be like to not have access to certain things. So, just to make this a little faster, I'm not gonna do all these orders. I'm not gonna do the trainers in order. There's 3 well, at least 2, I don't know. You might be able to get around the bug. I'm not going to, just because I know I can take it on. Yeah, I can burn it. Yeah, like that. Haha! But I just want to be able to quickly get into Vermilion lair. So once I do get into Vermilion, then I can go in and out to heal, and it just speeds up the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure actually, I might be able to sneak around her. Oh, you're on the LRT? Ooh. Well, good luck, and it's been nice knowing ya. After I get through him... oh, he leads with a Spearow. I thought he had Raticate first. Well, I might as well kick it. Is the next one the Raticate? There we go. For some reason I thought he led Raticate. But it's okay. Look at that big boy. Real chunking hours. Nom nom. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Okay, here we are. Yeah, I can take your Glamora. Just know I'm gonna run it my way, which is probably still gonna be the same way as yours, but still, I have to say that. I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Wish you had more points. Are you actually completely out of points? I was not paying attention to what they're sending in. Oh, it's just another Pidgey. You know you don't have to do it in only increments of 2,000, right? You know that, right? That's just the maximum you can do per stream. Nice, Nori leveled up. But like the deadline's in 9 days and you're scared? Well, we're not gonna hit the deadline if people don't donate their points. That's the whole point. People need to be willing to put in the effort. There aren't many bugs out here. I actually don't even know what bugs are in that general area. Ember! I'm falling down. I'm yelling, Ember! You better move. You better dance. Yeah. So, you also leveled up, let's see. Anything interesting worth catching here? If I had the good rod, I could get the Poliwag. But that is not the case. Number 7, number 7. Alright, so you do have more points you can donate now, just saying. I mean, we're almost at 40k. And there will be a few more streams this week, hopefully. Yeah, kind of the idea is... So, I'm streaming today, I might do a stream tomorrow because I'm just really enjoying reliving some of this and hanging out with everyone. Alright, you are the last two, I believe, on this route. Am I feeling better? Look me in the eye. If I wasn't feeling well, do you think I would be here? Oh, that's a Squirtle. I know exactly what to do with Squirtles. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Aha, see? I'm more powerful than you. True, I am pretty terrific. Who knows, maybe if I do this today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I could probably finish up the game. Or Leech Life. That should be enough to get the knockout and heal me just a tiny bit. There we go, see? That's using the old noodle. You can't win? Well, I just keep winning! I can't stop winning! Just like, can't win the healing vibes work? Honestly, Lavender Vitz Vapo Rub really helped. Also, my niece brought home a rotisserie chicken yesterday, so I got to have some of that with my dinner. It was so good. I like chicken. What can I say? I like chicken and I cannot lie. You other bros can't deny. Well, a girl walks in with an EB waist and some rotisserie chicken in your face. I know I completely messed that up, but I'm just saying I really like a good rotisserie chicken. And there's so much that was left over. You know, honestly, if I were to, like, chop some up, I can put it into like a burrito almost. Like a wrap. That would be pretty delicious. And I do have lettuce, and if I want to, I could put a bit of tomato in there. That might be the way to go. Okay, Kasumi, I need you to get the KO here. Easy peasy. Easy peasy mushroom squeezy. Alright, is there anything on the east side that might be worth getting? No. Alright, that's fine. So it looks like I'm not adding anything to my team for a bit. But whatever. All of you have been beaten? East? I thought you said west. West? What kind of comments are you reading there, boy? That's west, Patrick. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Okay, so I think this is the old rod house? Yes. Alright, so there's the old rod. It doesn't really do much for me. Like, all you're gonna get... Apparently the new SpongeBob game was really good. I heard that. I would like to get it, and I very well might. So here's the fan club. I'm honestly just gonna mash through what he says. Not as visually appealing as Cosmic Shake, but No, that's fine. Alright, so we can get the bike now. Which I do want to grab that. I don't need the bike right now, but it will be good to have. But I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it, but if I manage to get like a random shiny during my Leaf Green playthrough, and I specify specifically the Leaf Green playthrough, I will reduce the total needed for the PO box. So, let's manifest some good luck. Alright, I will nab a bite. Hello. Alright, one free bite. I wish it was that easy. Make sure I save often in case I soft reset by accident. I'm not gonna do that. And hi Lizzie, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Running, running, running. Well, you have to be kind of klutzy to accidentally do the soft reset. Do you know about the thing they added to these ports? Which thing? Because they did add a lot of things. So you will need to be a little specific. Like, do you mean like the home support, or do you mean the event tickets? Because I know about both of those. Yep, I am familiar with them. Okay, I'm also gonna look this up. When does Paris evolve? Because you might be just an easy sweep for the gym. 24, so we're actually super close. Heck yeah. Win, lose, or draw. You can say Wentworth, more like the Ho-Oh in Only Nest. Oh, heck yeah, that's great work, Lizzie. Water gun. You fool! I am a grass type. One more? Oh. One more would have been great. I've never really paid attention, but Paris actually isn't doing too bad. Like, it's hitting pretty decently, and its typing isn't exactly awful. I mean, it's not the best, but it's got some okay resistances. Who knows, maybe Paris will be my MVP. Poor Horsey. But also at the same time, not. Alright, Hugo down. Bum bum bum. He had a Bullet Seed Swalot? Honestly, Bullet Seed Swalot is pretty rad. Okay, I'm gonna need to switch this up. We're switching up these vibes. Alright, karate chop 'em. So anyway, I started chopping. The main thing is Kasumi unfortunately can't do much to a Magnemite. But I don't need to switch train, at least, so that's nice. Also, for anyone who plays Pokemon Pocket, I think Magneton, the Magneton deck, could go really good with Bellibolt. Because Bellibolt does more damage based on the number of electric energies that are around, and then, like, Magneton can quickly set up electric energies. Oh, Thundershock, this is gonna hurt. Ouch. Yeah, Melanie, isn't that rude? Okay. Let's Bullet Seed. Surely at this range, Bullet Seed should be enough. I think it has to hit 3 times? But this also might just be enough to evolve Kasumi. And if that's the case, then we get to celebrate with Melanie here. Ooh, not quite, but very close. Okay, let's heal because, yeah. Just in case I need Mankey for a battle, I kinda want Nori alive. Also, does anyone remember where I get the Verse Seeker from? I'm pretty sure it comes a bit later. I just don't remember when. Melanie, do you know? Aw, hi, honey. Yeah, you're asking for your cuddles a little early. Mwah. Get kissed. Chat, if you own a cat and you don't kiss them, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so I don't need to worry about you. How about you? What do you have? Competition. I can't get enough. I think we need an intervention for Jasper. What if cat kisses you? You kiss them back. Yeah. We love kissing kitties. Yeah. Oh right, I can get poisoned because I'm not immune to powder moves in this. But you know what? I can still just heal off the damage through Leech Life. So I'm not too concerned. What are you gonna do, Growth? Growth ain't gonna help you here, I'll tell you that much. Alright, Leech Life. Bonk. Oh yeah. How's that, Melanie? A good deep rub in the fur? Alright, Oddish. You know what? Empress, you can go have a go at it, right? Aw, Melanie, you're holding on to me. Aww. So anyone gonna go see the Mario Galaxy movie? It comes out in less than a month. Oh, I'm poisoned again? Well, at least it's not a Nuzlocke. Oddish, that's pretty odd. Paula's favorite Pokemon is Oddish. It's just, it is cute. It's not like super high on my list. I mean, there's over 1,000 Pokemon, so... You feel I'm gonna drag you to the movie? I am gonna drag you to the movie. We'll just have to pick a date. Yeah, Melanie, you hear that? I'm taking them to the movie at some point. We're gonna have a good time. I might actually go see it more than once. Okay, so... Aw, hi Melanie. I can hear your nice soft purrs. Oh yeah. Let's go, but don't cheat. Okay, so the way he says this, do you think that one of those gamer people cheated in the battle? And that's why he's saying it? Because that is something that could technically have happened. Darn it. Oh, and glare. Bleh. That face is also the same face that they use in, Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door, for the locked treasure chests that you get your curses from. Although they're not really much of a curse. Oogly fake balls boo. Oh, you're using your paraflint? Well, that's just being a bully. Boot. Alright, I need to land one more. And just not get paraflint. There we go. Maybe they told him, like, he says don't cheat. Maybe they programmed that. But simply because he's using a hats team. You bet you have no regrets? Sure you do. You're just not thinking hard enough. Like, maybe you regret that thing you said in 2nd grade to that girl you had a crush on. Or maybe you regret eating food that gives you very bad food poisoning. Which reminds me, I should stock up on some supplies just in case that ever happens to me. Because I mean, I don't usually get food poisoning from my food. But there's a non-zero chance of it happening. So it doesn't hurt, you know, have some Gatorades and stuff on hand and, you know, foods that are easier to swallow and digest. Alright, let's karate chop. So I chop, you scratch. I'm pretty sure I win this. Anyone remember AJ from the anime with his super intense sand shrew? It's not that we never really get to see him come back. Like, that thing as a sand slash would have been nuts. Also, who spells Dylan this way? I don't know, it just feels weird to me seeing it that way. Anyway, I kicked Nami in the... butt. Take that, Namikins! If Pokemon couldn't win, because you didn't believe in the heart of the cards. You raised your Pokemon carefully? No, you didn't. My name is Dave. My name's Crazy Dave, but you can call me Crazy Dave. Ow. Alright, how about a kick? Does that do enough? Okay, good. Look at you, Nori. You're getting close to leveling up and evolving. I believe you evolve at 28. Ooh, Nidorino. Okay. Look at that, Melanie. They're bringing in some intense power. Darn it, Poison Point. Why is it always Poison Point? Melanie, why do I keep getting poisoned? Okay. Well, I can at least... This should get the KO. See? Easy. Yeah, I know I'm good. Now let's heal. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum. Sorry, Nori. But don't worry, I'll get you to the hospital soon. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Melanie, if you want to lay down, it's okay. You can lay on my arm. I know you like laying on my arm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can get nice and comfy. It's totally fine. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna trade Empress up next. Just, I want to keep them all kind of around the same level. Ooh. You should have some Magnemite. Which means it should be easy KOs. Oh, okay, just the one Magnemite? That's probably... I was gonna say, that's probably not enough to level me up. But it should still give me some okay experience. All you need now is Bite, and you've got Paraflinch Confusion everywhere. Which is probably some of the worst RNG to break through. Or can I at least get out of Confusion, please? Or can I hit you? That would be nice. There we go, jeez. Not bad, though. Not bad experience. Paralyzed heal. You know what? I could justify it right now. Cause like I can remove the paralysis, which is probably the more important thing. Alright, you have never won before? Well, today's your unlucky day, boy. Darien. Coming in with Growlithe. Okay, that is a little annoying actually, but I think I could still break through this. Just... Oh, okay, you have Roar apparently. Okay, well, Rattata, you're not gonna like this. Eh. Go get him! Yeah, you are getting out of that, but, I mean... Again, you're here just because, like, you're gonna be my cut user, And I don't know, I just felt like carrying you with me. Rattata is... It's not ugly, in my opinion. And you know me, my opinion is always right. At least when we're on stream. And in my server. Yeah, that's how it goes. The pinky is always right. Okay, some Mega Kick for big burst damage. Easy! You saw this one coming? Well, then you should have played better. Escape rope, okay. There's an item here. Oh, the Great Ball, okay. Okay, so no hidden item there. Wahaha, I have never lost! Dirt. Okay, Mr. Dirt. I'm... Time to change that. Exactly, Lizzie, you get it. Now, who's the last one on his team? Magnemite. That's fine. And karate chopping. That's not gonna level me up, but I should be very close, like one battle away. One battle probably? One Pokemon? No. Alright, and it's a wild Sandshrew. I mean, you know what? Just so I can try and solidify that next battle I will level up, I'll take out one Sandshrew. Or my pork chop will miss. Now, can you imagine how much better Sand Attack would be if it was a spread move? You're the best in your class? I mean, good for you. You should be proud. If you're the best in a group of people, that's not bad. You'd probably get banned? Well, that's the beauty of it. It wouldn't be banned because I play VGC. So it would be fair game. And I don't think there's any prankster Pokemon that get it. At least that are in Scarlet and Violet. So I think it would be somewhat balanced. It would certainly give some Pokemon a new look. Yeah, people would be like, oh, this can actually do something now. And I just want to say, so they had Seattle Regionals over the weekend. Someone made Day 2 a female Oinkologne. So, you know, just let that sink in, that pig somehow was good enough to make it into Day 2 of a several hundred person tournament. Yeah, wild what some people can cook up. Bum bum bum. Bum. You're gonna become the Glamora expert? Not if I do it first! Bum 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 bum. I mean, we could definitely both be Glamoras. So I believe that should be every trainer, but I'm gonna do just another quick look. So I beat you and you. Oh, item? Well, free item, can't say no to that. I beat you, you in the grass, I beat you and you down there. Okay, so it looks like I have beaten every trainer on the route. You say route or route? Ba-ba-bum-ba-bum. So yeah, looks like the next step is gonna be going onto the ship. Do I have a ticket? I do. My name is Bill Cipher. Hey, Flanders! Hello!
Boodle Flanders just rated us with a party of 1. Let's give him a warm welcome.
What kind of pronunciation was that? Boodle? Okay, apparently your name is Boodle now. No way you right out to a Gravity Falls reference? You did! You am but a solitary traveler. Oh no, that's normally a screen set screen is better than most. Yeah, I know, it's just kind of funny, because sometimes it does get it right. But no, that is my TTS pet that reads that out. So say hi to Deborah. She's a sweetheart. She's a honey queen bee. And a big diva. Yeah, right now we just got onto the SS Anne. Sometimes some bootleg Flanders or bootleg Flanders or bootleg Flinders. So yeah, you're just in time. Like I said, we're now on the ship. I am gonna try and grind up Nori's level a bit. She's level 25, and at level 28, I believe, is when she evolves. So honestly, I'm feeling pretty okay about, like, how my team is doing. I've got Nori the Mankey, I've got Katsumi the Parasect, and I've got Empress K1 the Charmeleon. And of course, on my desk is my #1 little buddy. Yeah, Melanie. Touch your paws. Boop the nose. Yeah. Honestly... Oh. This guy immediately ambushes. But I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, I did literally barge into his room. Alright, so what do you have, Mr. Arthur? Nidoran male at level 19. Well, by the time I'm done on here, I'm gonna have a primate. Oh, come on, poison point, really? I am not having that great of luck with... Like, I just keep getting poisoned. And I can't even kick this bunny. Alright, get booted. I will say, though, I'm making some decent money off this. So, I mean, I can't fully complain, like... I level up, I get money. Maybe by the time I get to... Celadon, I might even be able to buy a Porygon. A cherry pie, please? Okay. You are the waiter? Alright, well, sir, this person over here, yes, her, in this room, right here, see, look, literally right here, she wants a cherry pie. Hey, a Wigglytuff. Can I battle you? No. How about you? This is Lloyd and Anya. Yep, that's the new headcanon. Alright, so let's battle you. You collected these Pokemon from all over the world. Alright, so... Honestly, why didn't she evolve the Pidgey yet? Like, very genuine question. It's just because Pidgey's cuter? Is that kind of the idea here? Oh hey, nice, level 26. Seismic Toss. Nah. Not learn Seismic Toss. Nidoran female. So, is the other guy gonna have like a Spearow and a Nidoran male? It's been ages since I last played, so I genuinely do not remember. Watch me get poisoned, watch me get poisoned. I didn't get poisoned. Wild. That is some crazy luck. Alright, item? Ooh, Brick Break. Now that is definitely going... I'm using that right now. Yeah, Nori, you're getting Brick Break. There's not gonna be very much that can survive a Brick Break. Goodbye, Karate Chop. Nice, Nori got Brick Break. Okay, let's save. Alright. You, the other kid. I love Pokemon, do you? No, Pokemon are my slaves. He has Nidoran male. So I was partially right. And it's a slightly higher level than his sister. Alright, am I getting poisoned? Actually, no. I'm doing pretty well. Maybe I'm finally getting lucky. Okay, if I remember correctly, this guy says he's part of the international police. Global police agent. I mean, same thing, just written slightly different. Can I go outside? Are there any trainers outside I can battle? Looks like there should be a few. You're vomiting. Am I seasick? Nope. Has anyone actually gotten sick at sea? Oh hey, your name is Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Yeah, for those who don't know, H-God, someone I occasionally watch. He's been doing a lot of Dragon Quest stuff. Very cool guy. Yeah, Trev. That's him, Trevor. Oh, Melanie, I see you with the big yawn. Are you waking up from your little snooze? You were dozing off. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gonna do a little bit of a stretchy. Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad idea, Melanie. I'll stretch too. Oh, come on! I look outside for a moment. It's snowing. Blah. Scrubbing the decks? Actually, a good deck scrub is... It does actually take a good bit of energy behind it. But yeah, no, it's snowing again. I'm gonna take it out on Edmund. Edmund Pevensey. Man, I should really rewatch the remade Lion Wish in the Wardrobe. Cause I genuinely did enjoy that. It was really well done. And overall relatively faithful to the book. I mean, it's not like an exact one-to-one, but it gets the idea. I'm impressive, thank you. Alright, one more trainer. The party's over. Okay, I thought maybe that kid was gonna battle me. He must have been too scared. And you don't have anything to say? And what about this way? This is the kitchen. Out of the way. Oh, ads will be starting in 5 minutes. So, It'll give me some time to go through here. I'll talk with the chefs and pick up some items. I get a pecha berry. You peel spuds every day. A cherry berry. And that's just a Snorlax guy. And the Chesto berry. You'll get a peel the onions. That is the most unfortunate, sir. Alright, so let's save. And now I'm gonna go take my break. And when we come back, we'll resume doing the ship. Alright, be right back. Hello! Hi. Hi everyone, we are back. And we are exploring more of the ship. Anything in here? Ooh, hyper potion! Alright, the goal here, Nori will evolve. So we do need a bit over 2,000 experience. So you know, it'll take a little bit, but not like a crazy amount. Alright, so you're the guy who mentioned strength as like the HM move. He doesn't specify it's an HM, but that's kind of how you learn about one of the skills that you would be using later. Come on, Len, my sailor's pride is at stake. So this must be where like all the crew members live, or I guess sleep. I don't know if live is the right word. Alright. So we can brick break. Now, like I was saying, not much is gonna survive a brick break. If neutral karate chop was starting to pick up KOs, then neutral brick break should do much better. Anyone here excited for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness? Oh. Hold on, Melanie. Here. There. I gave you more room. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing. I'll probably even end up streaming it. And I'll try and make it where, you know, I don't want to just keep using the same Pokemon every time. But I might use one or two of my favorites. And of course, there'll be another time where people will get to use their channel points and vote on what starter I will use. Well, mostly, you get Eevee, so you get to choose what it evolves into. Going at the Gale of Darkness with no home support? Yeah? Did I stutter? I'm still gonna play it because it's a fun game. Besides, if I wanted to play my GameCube version of it and transfer all the way up, I don't even know if I don't have the resources to do all those transfers. Right, we'll brick break them. Come on, Nori, I believe in you. Haha! Well, looks like we're having steamed clams. Good battle, mate! Okay, so that's the second room. So when I come back down, I go into room 3. I look tired? No, you're tired. Bum 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 bum. We should. Alright, Sailor Dylan. So there's actually 2 Dylans on this ship then. Has anyone here ever used like a horsey, well, I guess a Seadra, in their Fire Red Leaf Green playthrough? I personally haven't. Well, no, I did once or twice. I don't know, it's just... It is something neat, you know? I'm like Marge holding the potato. I just think they're neat. But that's me with a lot of Pokemon. Where it's like, I've used it a couple times, but like, not tons. There we go, Nori should be evolving. Bum bum bum. Look at that! Nori! Nori, I don't know if you're lurking, but if you are, I just want to let you know that you have finally evolved. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. Rage? No, I'm not gonna teach you Rage. And now I can focus on leveling Empress up a bit. Great Ether! Says Ike. Ooh, rest, okay. You know sailors have Pokemon too? I would hope you do. Like, they're just kind of useful to have, like, regardless, but, like, especially a sailor. Like, what happens if something, you know, what happens if the ship hits, you know, an iceberg? I mean, I think you can get turned off, you can get the dragon scale. Yeah. I mean, if you do it when you're around, like you're visiting, then yeah, no, absolutely, we can help you with that. Also, this is an interesting thing people might not know. Older Rapid Spin actually did not raise your speed. That was added later on, I believe, if I'm thinking correctly, Generation 8 is when they did that. But if I am incorrect, someone can definitely correct me. Alright, you guys look like buddies. So, this is gonna be my headcanon. 2 guys, 1 bed? They're definitely a couple. Like that, I'm 100% calling them a couple. Alright, punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Are you? Okay, I can take that on. Honestly, we're almost done with the ship, which is a little crazy to think about. You know, since they lost the dragon scale, like how you can't evolve Golbat, but you're not sure. So you still need to wait until post-game to evolve it? But like, that is the thing, it's not until Generation 4 where you can obtain Pokemon without them being in the Pokedex. Bonk. Okay. Oh, Shelter survived. Impressive. Alright, Fisherman Barney goes down. I used to have a neighbor named Barney. He was into some shady stuff. This guy's threatening to kill me. What? He says, if I lose, I have to walk the plank? But... that would... then what? Like, that is a threat. So then, do I get to make him walk the plank? Man, I cannot wait for when my rigging improves. You guys are gonna see so much more of me. Oh, so you're just gonna ignore that fact? Fine. Well, you know what? I've already beaten almost everyone. But, I think there's still a few more I could fight. And I know that Kasumi is gonna carry through the gym, so I'm fine giving some of my other teammates a bit more life. Okay, I need to go through these next. You journey far and wide, but in all your travels, you've never seen anything but my sleep like this one. There's the Snorlax, which I have used several times on my playthrough because Snorlax is just crazy good. Also, I want to say that rotisserie chicken is still... like, I just think having some cold chicken on break, a little bit of energy, you know, and it is good. When was the last time I used a Sea King? X and Y? Or would that have been Oraz? I know in one of those games I actually ended up catching a shiny. Yeah, I ended up with a shiny one, and I'm gonna grab my water because Melanie is done with it. She has inspected the water and says it is good for consumption. Yeet! Ow! Okay, come on, Empress, snap out, snap out! I should shiny hunt the Snorlax for the funny. Listen, if we could get 50 gift subs today, I will do it. Because of how long that might take me, and how much I would need to commit, I'm not doing it for free. So chat, if you want me to shiny hug the Snorlax, you're gonna have to cough up, I'm afraid. Dale, he ran out of pocket sand. Competing against the young keeps me youthful. Maybe that's how I stay youthful. I just keep doing VGC, and I keep fighting against the younger people, then I'll never grow old. Okay, so I'm paralyzed. That does kind of suck. But, assuming I can land a hit, the Pikachu drops. Okay, Pikachu down. Easy. Gentleman Brooks. Ooh, Stardust. I'll happily take that. So, going back down to heal, because I'm not a dummy. I mean, I am a dummy for going in the wrong room, but that's a different kind of dummy. Bum 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 bum. Every time you win against someone younger, you steal their youth. That actually sounds like it could be a really fun concept for a show. You've seen some Pokemon bury people across the water. Small trees can be cut down using cut. Yeah, I mean, that's why I've got the Rattata here. Bum bum bum. I don't believe you saw me at the party. That is correct. Because... oh, hey, look, it's Dawn! Anyway, is this the version that came out on the Switch recently? Yes, it sure is. And I've gotta say, it plays pretty well. And honestly, it's gonna be it'll be kinda fun, maybe, to try shiny hunting like the Deoxys or something. So many Pikachus, by the way, and they all know Thunder Wave! Why are there so many Thunder Waves back here? Alright, well at least you're burned. Burned to a crisp. I'll do the next fight. Which do you find more worthy, a strong or a rare Pokemon? Well, considering I do competitive, technically speaking, it would be strong, but just because something is strong doesn't necessarily mean it's useful, know what I mean? Like, you can't just take, you know, a Fluttermane and put it on any team and immediately have a good team. You need to make sure it has synergy. Like, if I'm running a hard Trick Room team, Fluttermane probably is not the play. But if I'm running, you know, a Sun Room team, then you know what? You can justify running it on there. Ooh, Ponyta. One of the very few fire types that they gave us in the Sinnoh region for some reason. Oh, Ponyta, you really want to be a butt like that? Well, bam! Wow, that did not do much damage. And believe it or not, yes, I have actually used Rapidash more than once. Wait, why did I Mega Punch there? Scratch probably would have picked up the KO anyway. Oh well. C27. Trick Room Fluttermane? I mean, Trick Room Fluttermane is definitely something that... It's like your anti-Trick Room, almost. You must salute me good. Salute me harder. Oh, and I'll take the item. The X attack. Alright, so 2 rooms left. And then there's the mini-boss battle, which is your rival. It's weird to think about this game as having boss battles and mini-bosses. But when you think about it, this ship is technically could be considered a dungeon. You've got your NPCs that you have to, that you battle. And then at the end, you get treasure. Physical Charizard pre-Mega Evolution sounds so fun. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. You and your daddy think the Safari Zone is awesome? I have not been to the Safari Zone yet. Captain said he's awfully sick. Can't imagine how you get Dragon Dance pre-Elite 4. I don't even know. Like, you'd have to probably trade for it. A Bonjour! Pinky, imagine seeing you here. Pinky, were you really invited? Has a Pokedex coming. I already caught 40 kinds, pal. The kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them. Imagine running into someone you grew up with and he's like, hey, how's your Pokedex going? Here's a tip, and then he just starts punching you in the face. This is not gonna go very well for him. I am probably a little over-leveled just due to the fact I'm not running a full team. Burn right there would have been fantastic, though. So after this, he probably sends in Wartortle. Like, it's just the most logical thing he has to send in. Okay. Oh, so that's what Terra Set's Bat Sprite looks like. I've never actually seen it. Or if I have, it's been 2 decades. Alright, yeah, no, this'll be fine. I'm pretty sure that was 5 hits. Oh, and a crit to end that off? Nice! So now I think 3 hits probably does it. Or I flinch. You know, both work. Okay, let's try this again. I got a breed Charmander with a level 50 Horsey or Gyarados? Oh, that would be a pain. Okay, good level. Raticate. You know what, Nori, this is your time to shine. And this is probably when he realizes Raticate is just not a strong Pokemon. Or Kadabra? Well, that is absolutely a Katsumi matchup. I always wondered, though, because in order to evolve Kadabra, you have to do a trade, right? I always wondered who your rival trades with to evolve it. I mean, maybe it's not even the same Kadabra. Alright, dungeon complete. At least you're raising your Pokemon. Yeah. This guy, your rival's very passive-aggressive. There, I'll rub your back. Alright, so he gives me the actual HM. Although, I'm very curious to know. Like, if he was actually cutting it for us, how would that look? Alright. TM case. We get our first HM. Alright, Rattata, this is what you're here for. Bum ba ba bum! And I mean, I do have these moves eventually I'll use on someone. If Dark was a physical type, like instead of special, I would consider teaching Thief to someone. Because I do have some physical, like, physical users here. I always wondered where the ship was meant to go. Because when you look at the map, it's very awkward, like, where it could go to. Anyway, now we can heal up and actually do the next gym battle. Heck yeah! Bum 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 bum. Alright, Kasumi, you got this, no problem. Alright, if you believe in Katsumi, type a 1 in chat. Let's see some numbers. Yeah, numbers. Let's go. Alright, so first things first, you wipe out the gym battles. Get them out of the way, right? Then, once they're out of the way, that's when, like, you can try figuring out how to get in. Alright, bullet seed. Boom! Of course. You know, I kinda wish I had shed skin, but there is a chance that my effect spore kicks in, and this Pikachu gets hindered with poison or sleep. I don't think I could paralyze it through effect spore. Alright, well, I win this fight now. I mean, I was always gonna win, but like now, even if this hits only twice, poison will kill it. Bonk. Yeah, get beaten, bucko. Alright, Sailor Dwayne with another Pikachu. Yeah, come on, you wanna throw some hands? Yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Maybe I could try Poison Powder. It's very unlikely to hit because of the double teams, but if it does, then like, that guarantees I can get sweet with Katsumi. Alright, come on. Poison Powder, good. So how much damage does that do? Okay. So now I just need to land Leech Life. Even like once or twice. Just that little extra recovery. It'll cover for if I get hit by a... Yeah, like I was just saying, if I get hit by a crit. Alright, Leech Life, go! Come on! Oh. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I mean, I'm still satisfied that I'm gonna knock it out through poison. Cause that's just kinda funny. Double team. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. We'll be the richest rogues of all time. Creators of a grand design. I'll be the king. I'll be the queen. I'll be the Joker of crime. Do, do, do. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. Oh, and leash life for the KO. But yeah, no, after a brutal battle like that, I do need to heal up. Surprised you? Darn right I did. Bum bum. You suppose the old, like, the captain, for his cut technique, he carries like a katana? Like, can you imagine a sailor with a katana? Or maybe he has, like, a scimitar? I wonder what kind of blade he would have. Because I doubt it's just a little pocket knife, not when you're cutting down small trees. Hiya! Cut it with your teeth. Nom 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 nom. I'm a lightweight, but I'm good with electricity. I mean, you're an engineer. So, I mean, you're something, I guess. Ooh, missing the screech. Sucks to be you. Okay, nice. Is my character named Me? No, that would be such an unfortunate name. No man, me. I tailor my own suits, we all do, man. What's this word you keep using? Man. Magnemite. Okay, that is one time where I actually do need to switch Katsumi out. But it'll be fine. Nothing like a little brick break. Also, Cadence, nice to see you popping in again. It's been literally years. Okay, so we battled you. When I was in the army, Lieutenant Surge was my strict CO. He was a hard task manager. I don't know, but if you bowl with us, we'll tailor your suit for you. I mean, not a bad deal. The splits, the spares, too many variables. Just throw straight, man. I'll try this straight technique of yours. Oh, really? I get paralyzed from static? Really? Of all things? I'm surprised it's not trying to spam double team. Boom boom ba boo. Bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum. So now that all the trainers are out of the way, it's a fact I don't check Twitch that often. Well, you know you're always welcome here. Yeah, besides, you get to pop in chat and harass me. Who wouldn't love to do that, right? Right? Or you can always pop into Discord and harass me there. That's an option, huh? Huh? Do do do. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. You do that anyway, but you can always be in the Discord server for additional bugging. So here's what I'm gonna do first off, is, I think they're just all in here, right? Or, no, I have a berry pouch. I'm still getting used to things. Doggo is on you. Doggo Big Dog Gaming for the win. What are you doing on my friend? Nope, only trash. Only trash. 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 Sleeping. Heckin' snooze. This has got to be one of the worst gyms. Does anyone remember if there was a way to cheese this? I've always just done it by checking the corners. Alright, come on, eventually it'll pop up, right? You know, let's try some of the other ones. Yeah, the switch is inside something. Alright, I'll try the bottom one then. And then it just resets. This is probably one of the worst puzzles. And we'll try down again. There we go, haha! We did it! I save. What do you think you're doing here? Well, you know what? I'll show you what I can do. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Alright, so Shockwave. Honestly, as long as he doesn't try doing like Thunder Wave shenanigans, this is not gonna be that difficult. Melanie, what you doing, honey? Voltorb missed. Okay, Leech Life. You know, if this was the, like, improved Leech Life from the later generations, even before Self-Destruct, does he actually even know Self-Destruct on this one? Like, genuine question. I don't think he does. Pikachu. You don't remember? Neither do I. Double team, okay? Be that way. I can still land my Leech Life. Probably. See? Not bad, not bad. Ooh, and that's almost a complete knockout. Super Potion does that? That does fully heal, okay. Which means he has less than, I think in this game it heals 50. Poison Lair from a Spore would have been hilarious. Oh, I can't get that lucky. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Alright, who's his last Pokemon? Magnemite? Magneton? Raichu? Raichu, okay. Honestly, this battle is less so hard and more just annoying, kind of like the Koga fight. Thunder Wave? Haha, I came prepared! Pushes glasses up. Heh. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Yeah, like his whole shtick here is paralysis and double team. But the beauty of having at least a Spore here is that he risks the chance of hitting me getting poisoned, and that's how he drops. Although, let me see, so he has Thunder Wave, Double Team, Shockwave, I'd assume Quick Attack as the last one. Shouldn't have evolved Pikachu too early. he can't use the moves that you can only learn in the Pikachu stage. Hooray for resisting. Was that a crit? No, okay, so it does 10 damage each. So I can take 5 more, or I just win right there. GG easy. No re. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. The Thunder Bag. Anyone remember in the anime the cry that Electabuzz made? Alright, well, another gym down. Being too long. Too long! Do 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 do. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. Alright, so that guy there was definitely not there last time. That is Professor Oak's aide. Is he gonna give me something good? Around Route 2? Well, I am not going that way. Who needs to go that way, right? Charge! But in case anyone's wondering, that is the HM for Flash. Flash Sentry. Obvious foreshadowing is obvious. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Now, I don't believe there's any Pokemon on Route 9 that I'm gonna catch for my team. Honestly, I could just go through with Kasumi again. You getting close to Twinkle Sprinkle? I'm yours? At least buy me dinner or something. Okay, Alicia? Is that too much to ask? It's me, the one, the only, Gregory. Huh, I guess I can use stun... Or so, I can stun spore things. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, leech life again. And I'm gonna pull up the map. Okay, so go here, here. Route 6. Underground path. Go here. Just because, I'm gonna double check, but yeah, there shouldn't be anything I'm actually gonna catch. I will say, though, I'm gonna have to go back and heal from this. You mean Grogar? How am I enjoying Pokemon? I'm having a lot of fun, Shell. Shell, did you buy either one of these, games? If you did, it would be a lot of fun to watch you play it. Especially if we could get, like, audience involvement. Not yet? Ooh, which one are you gonna buy? Which one are you gonna buy? Yeah, that's why I said Cadence. Gregory? Will I get both? Alright. Well, if you could only pick one at first, which one would it be? I mean, I want to get both eventually. But for now, I'm fine with getting... like... I'm fine with just Leaf Green for now. And then later on, you know, if I get like a coupon, like an eShop card or something for... like, for my birthday or whatever, then I might get Fire Red with it. Fire Red, very good choice. Honestly, if you do get it, you should let the chat pick your starter. Put it up to a poll. See if you can trust chat to make the right decision. Hey, it's Endu! Endu, how are you doing? Are you feeling better? Did you manage to sleep? Because I know food poisoning was kicking your butt. Endo? Endu with a U. Because that's how Flanders, how his screen reader says it. Ooh, ooh, oh, shell. So, I believe, Fire Red and Leaf Green, if you do it that way, it has crowd control. Now, wouldn't that be something? You could trust me, right? Right? You trust me? Of course you do. What's the worst that'll happen, Shell? Come on, look at this face. You can trust me. Eh? But, Andy, I'm glad that you actually did manage to get some rest, because you needed it. He's just standing there, menacingly! Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo! Come on, I'm friendly. I wouldn't hurt anyone. Unless I had to, but I would prefer not to. And if I remember correctly, there's an item in here I can get. There, rare candy. You heard pocket sand? Flanders, how far behind are you? Like, genuine question, because I mentioned pocket sand like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, no, you're very far behind. Like, come on, Shell, I'm a total sweetheart. Yeah, sometimes I might lightly bully you, but I also give actual genuine good advice. Yeah, you must have been very far behind, because pocket sand was quite a bit. I hate sand, it's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere. Yeah, like, I'd like to think I'm like the right mix for a chatter. The kind that can have fun with the streamer, but also knows when to, like, when you can pick up on the streamer's, let's say like their unspoken cues, like, you know, their tone of voice, or, you know, just what they're saying. Like, the other day, I was watching my friend Shadow. She was playing Little Nightmares 2, and she was starting to crash out a little. And, like, yeah, we all like watching the streamer, you know, have a hard time, struggle, all that fun jazz. But I could tell, you know, there's a difference between the streamer struggling and having fun and when they're not enjoying themselves. So I actually pulled up, like a guide. Alright, Spore, hehehe. Alright, no more Stun Spore. So, like, I had a guide, and if she ended up needing any help, like, yeah, I wasn't backseating, but I at least let her. Oh, hey, there's VTuber Shadow. Hello, other Shadow, one of the many shadows. You're Eevee? Well, I hope you at least... Have you been able to get some sleep? Are you hydrating and eating, taking care of yourself? Drink some water, your body will thank you. Hiker Jeremy, saying for the streets then go eat. Don't forget, y'all can still donate your channel points to the goal. If we hit the goal, we unlock a PO box. Who's that one? There's those good-looking Pokemon. Hey, Shadow, thank you for contributing a total of 4,000 points to the P.O. box. Oh golly, this is not a good matchup. Yeah, no, let's get Katsumi out of there. Alright, Nori, you're up. That's all your points? Well, you can either leave the phone, just, you know, phone, your PC, whatever. You can either just leave it open with the stream lurking, and you actually earn points that way too. Let's see, what is our grand total at for the challenge? We are at 41,509 points. So, whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Alright, Flanders, do you know how to redeem channel points? Because first, you'll need to find that icon first. After that, then I can give you a little bit more help. So yeah, like, if you know how to do that, I can give you the next step. Okay, so when you click that, so you should see, it'll say like power-ups and then like message effects, gigantifying emo, on-screen celebration. Under that, it'll say VTuber Pinky's rewards, and then just a little bit below that is where it will say unlock P.O. box. Oh golly, that is a whole Beedrill. I was kinda hoping it would be like, this guy would be running, you know, Caterpies or something. Alright, let's burn this bee. Now, I'm just thinking about, like, because we now have a Mega Evolution with Dynamic Speed, that technically does buff Beedrill. With that crazy speed stat. And it does have crazy attack as well. It's just a matter of, you know, like, you'll need some redirection for it, plus Fake Out. But I could see Mega Beedrill having some form of use. What? What a total waste of time. That is kinda how it goes, boy. You found it? Okay. You should be able to contribute a maximum of 2,000 per stream. Yes, you want to do 2K. That is the maximum in a stream. And then if you, let's say you show up today, next stream, which might be tomorrow, after my eye exam. You can do this for 5 streams if you earn no more points. And if you do that, that's a total of 10,000 towards the goal. Eye exam, you're so sorry. I mean, it's just my yearly checkup. Well, not checkup, well, no, okay. My checkup, but it's bi-yearly. Your cramps are back, you don't want to go back to the hospital? Alright, what you want to do is apply heat onto where your cramps are. And you want to make sure that you have access to something like orange juice, apple juice, or Gatorade. Because when you have food poisoning and you do the vomiting or all that extra pooping, you will dehydrate. And that will cause you to get dizzy spells. So what you definitely need to do is make sure you have those on hand, and possibly, although this is not necessarily a requirement, have something easy on the stomach. Yeah, so something easy on the stomach, like just a little bit of plain rice or some bread. I know that's kind of what they also say for a hangover, but you just need to make sure you can eat something that's easier to keep it down. And those are some of the easier foods. Nothing but rice for a week? Yeah, that checks out. Besides, I mean, I know you like rice, I've seen you eat it, so it's not like they're forcing you to eat something you don't like. Not like when I was in hospital and the food they gave me was oatmeal, and I do not like eating oatmeal. It tastes bad, it has a very weird texture, and the alternative they gave me was Jell-O, which I also don't like. But they said no soups. So... like, I basically just ate almost nothing when I was in hospital. I was living off juices. They wouldn't even let me have chocolate milk. They gave me milk alternatives because I said I'm sensitive to lactose. I'm not lactose intolerant. I just, you know, if I drank, you know, a liter of chocolate milk in one sitting, of course I'm gonna feel icky. I mean, that's just a lot of milk to have at once anyway. But luckily, I don't have any more surgeries coming up for a while. Not until either they start operating upper or lower. Alright, next battle. They're taking rock tunnels to go to Lavender. I don't know if I'll get through Lavender Town today. Because it's, well, it's 4 o'clock and I kind of want it. We have terrible oatmeal here. I will say, though, Dad's brand oatmeal cookies, very good. I mean, alright, Mr. Flanders, so the next 2 surgeries, those ones are voluntary. Alright, Sandshrew? Well, I don't need to change. Katsumi, you got this. Shoot him with your bullets. Aw. We are 1 off. Scratch is kind of rude. Man. Sandshrew is actually kind of cute. I really wish, like, the Alolan Sandslash could be better. Like, if all it was ZA Bullet Seed. Oh, don't worry, I'll explain. So, basically, these surgeries would be to give me boobies and to get rid of my genitalia to replace it with the other kind. I mean, I have no... like, I'm sure it'll go fine. But I won't be able to do that for a while yet, because they're gonna have to put me on the T blockers, and the, like, the other stuff, the good stuff, the Feminems. And I'll need to be on those for a while, before I can actually do it, I believe. Which, on Monday, so next week. Yeah, so next week, Monday in the morning, I have another appointment with one of the doctors. The good-o stuff. They're giving you super serum. Man, if I could take that stuff and become like Captain America, I would. Because it would technically also fit some of my other body issues. Now let's see. Looking at the time, how much longer until... because we should be hitting the next ads soon-ish. Alrighty. Basically 5 minutes. Alright, wait, you made me think. Super Serum could make you normal? I'm not sure how it would affect the eyes. In theory, it would probably help. But I'm very curious about that. I remember, I think it was Russia during the Cold War, maybe? Yeah, I think it might have been during the Cold War. Russia did do experiments with trying to like, give humans, gorilla genes. Which, I mean, it would be cool if stuff like that actually worked. But no, alas, life is not that simple. Even though, like, we share similar ancestors, I think we're too different in our, like, genetics, just through evolution, to be able to do that. Okay, so there is a picnicker here. Don't you dare patronize you? I wasn't even looking at you. I wasn't looking your way at all. That is completely on you, girly pop. Now let's see, Route 10 doesn't really have anything I'm after. Like, the most interesting thing would be if I wanted to get Meowth. Sorry, not Meowth. Voltorb. But, like... I don't really plan on using a Voltorb. And same thing goes for Rock Tunnel, not really anything in there. I might just do Rock Tunnel off stream, since you're not gonna really miss much. You got Gatorade, it's awful? What kind of Gatorade is it? Or are you just saying it's awful to try and consume it? Because, I mean, I get how your body can sometimes be like, ugh, I don't want to consume anything at all. And sometimes it's like, oh, this is just a bad flavor. No, you're too much. I'm obviously talented? Of course I'm talented. Strawberry kiwi? Zero taste? Ugh. Yeah, that sounds awful. Okay, so I'm gonna do this trainer battle. You think I have to Pokemon Gym a few times, but you always lose? Well, I mean, you just need to train up a bit, that's all. Heidi. Heidi ho, neighborino! I'm gonna Bullet Seed. Yeah, I kinda like that idea. Let's see, when the migraines and or bad eye pains can't hold anything down, and you had just eaten, your body wants to bring up, so you can understand. Also never had strawberry kiwi Gatorade, neither have I. Usually when I get Gatorade, I go for the blue. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like other flavors, but... like, yeah, like ND said, Cool Blue is honestly just the best. And the OG green one? I've had green, I just don't know if it was the OG, because... you know how sometimes they change the recipe a bit? So, like the OG green one that would have been from, you know, years ago, might not have the same recipe as what's now. But it also still could, that isn't all, like, that could still happen, but I know of how some rules are with, like, how it comes with, like, recipes and stuff for these foods. You have to actually, you have to actually release the recipe every, I think it's either 10 or 15 years to the public. The ever-present AIDS. An Everstone. Yes, I have. Only 8 kinds? Shh. It's okay. Now, the reason I say I might do the cave off stream is because I don't have Flash, I'll probably fumble around a bit. So I can just rush through it. And ever so, you can now trade your friends a haunter. Exactly! Exactly! So, here, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up now. And we're gonna find someone lovely to raid. I'll first see if there's anyone I know who happens to be in the category. Don't forget, today is the last day, the very last day, to gift a sub and get your 30th anniversary badge. So if you want to get involved on that, as a friend you could recommend, well, I mean, I'll take options. It certainly can't hurt. Let's see, who do I have? Anyone doing this? Oh, actually, Star is doing it. That is 100% an option. Or, I can introduce you to one of my you gifted and no badge. Interesting. Were they in the right category? Because it should still be on. But, you know, how I could introduce you to Katsumi, one of my newest clients. I've been helping her with stuff. So, yeah, let's go give Katsumi a lovely raid. She hasn't officially started, like, streaming. She's just doing, like, a stress test right now. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do. So, non-subscribers use this one, subscribers can use this one. And then, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, let's go show her some love, give her a follow. It's gonna be amazing once she finally gets streaming. Alright? And I will see you all, maybe tomorrow for more of this. I could possibly do Dark Cave off stream, just to speed it up a bit. And, well, stay awesome, stay you, stay hydrated. Make sure you eat something, eventually. That means you, Andy. And I will see you all at the next one. Alright,